Meghan Lederman. I'm a certified child needs counselor with many years' experience working with families who face the struggle of managing their children's challenging behavior. Over the next series of videos, I'm going to introduce you to a number of effective strategies and approaches to help you manage and change oppositional, defiant, aggressive, and hyperactive behavior. The first step to addressing problematic behavior is to lay a foundation of safety and predictability for the child. This is done by establishing the following three components: consistency, structure, and routine. In my opinion, consistency is the most important aspect to successfully managing and changing problematic behavior. Consistency is saying what you mean and meaning what you say every time. Consistency is following through with and upholding household rules and expectations. Consistency is keeping the rules and expectations the same every day, and consistency is being a predictable parent. Your kids should be able to predict with accuracy how you will respond to any given behavior. We're all familiar with this scene: a parent at the store with their child. The child asks their parent to buy them something, and the parent says no. What happens next is very dependent on the child's prediction of how the parent will react. Often what happens next is one of the following two scenarios. Scenario A: the child may gently plead or try to bargain or convince the parent somehow to make the purchase. This is often followed by a parent reinforcing their answer of no, and this is where the situation ends. Scenario B starts with the pleading, bargaining, and/or convincing, and this behavior usually continues and escalates even to temper tantrums, aggression, or threats. In both scenarios, the child made a prediction based on their experience with their parent. In scenario A, the child predicted that their parent said no and meant no, and the child predicted that the parent was not going to change their answer. In scenario B, the child predicted that if they continued or escalated their behavior, it was more likely that the parent would buy the item for them. The parent in scenario A is most likely consistent in that they say what they mean and mean what they say. This made their response predictable to the child. There is a good chance that the parent in scenario B, at one point or another, even without meaning to, has changed their answer or given in to the pleading, bargaining, or escalating behavior. From this, the child learned to predict that they could change their parent's answer through their behavior. Improving consistency is a challenge that many parents face, and it often involves parents actively thinking about how to be consistent and targeting 1 to 2 areas at a time to improve consistency in. You might find it helpful to make a list of all the ways you are consistent as a parent and add to the list other things you can do to be a more consistent parent. We also look at implementing structure and routine to further build that foundation of safety and predictability. When kids have daily structure and routine, they know what's happening, they know what's happening next, and their day becomes predictable. Some kids require more structure than others, but all require some level of structure. It's a helpful tool to write out and post a daily routine for all family members to see. You might consider using pictures to represent items of your daily routine. Even for children who can read, having a visual can often be easier and quicker for them to process. Your daily routine should consist of several major anchor points throughout the day. Meal times often serve as natural anchor points. Oftentimes, incorporating tasks that your child resists, such as homework or chores, into a daily routine will eventually lessen the resistance your child presents. For example, if your child resists completing their homework, you might find that building time for homework into the daily routine, say for 30 minutes after dinner each day, will help reduce that resistance. To remain consistent with this routine, you might have your child complete academic tasks during homework time, even when homework has not been assigned by the school. There are several examples of daily routines available for download accompanying this video. What's most important is to set a daily routine that works for your family and to stick to it. Implementing a consistent daily routine builds structure into your child's life. Structure is mostly about organizing, and as I mentioned before, some kids require more structure than others. If your child presents as disorganized, impulsive, hyperactive, unfocused, forgetful, or chaotic, your child will probably respond well to an increase of structure in their life. A highly structured routine consists of several very concrete anchor points with a bit less flexibility. Increasing structure is mostly about helping your child to organize themselves. For example, instead of saying, "go play," you might ask the child to outline what they're going to play with, such as, "you have some free time, what are you going to do?" Or providing more structure to that, maybe giving your child several choices of play to choose from, such as, "you have some free time, would you like to play on the computer, do a puzzle, or go outside?" Accompanying this video, you will find a printout outlining some more ideas for increasing structure in your child's life. Armed with this information, you're ready to lay the foundation for positive behavior changes for your child. You're ready to be predictable and consistent, and you are ready to formalize and implement a structured daily routine. Once you've tackled the suggestions made in this video, you'll be ready to move on to the next session.